Hi guys, sorry about that. It's Laura, and I'm just pulling up the video on my phone in case we have any chat today. One of these days, I'm going to have some chat and also respond to it when it happens. It'll be exciting. Wait till you guys see. Let's see. All right.
Real laughter is cathartic.
Okay. Now I'm all set. How is everybody doing? I am still catching up on some of the haul that I did while I was on vacation. Well, while I was on vacation, but then like 1 or 2 days after vacation as well. So I've got some neat stuff to show you guys today. This is stuff that I actually got after my vacation was over. And it is from a store in the Bronx. I don't actually know what the name of this store is. Lord and I found out about this store a few years ago, and we found a flyer for it literally sitting in the street. So, and so we've gone there. We call it ROPA USADA because that means used clothing in Spanish. That sort of is like the most prominent verbiage that they used on their flyer and on their building. And we go there every once in a blue moon. That is a location where I actually got the best item that I've ever sold. It was a 1920s fully beaded flapper dress that I ended up selling for over $700, which was amazing. I only sold it because I didn't want to sell it at all. So when I finally listed it, I was like, I'm going to make some money on this if I'm going to sell it because it was just gorgeous, but I didn't know what I was ever going to do with it. So anyway, we went there. ROPA USADA has two different sides. It's a giant warehouse type of place. One side is all like cheap stuff, and then the other side is less inexpensive. So the cheap side, it's like basic stuff, t-shirts, pants, whatever. And they advertise that you can get 25 items for $25, but there are some exceptions. And of course, the exceptions are never really clear until you get to the counter. So we did not get 25 items for $25, but I did get some decent things. A couple that I probably would not have gotten if I wasn't trying to get to the 25 items, but it's no big deal. The first thing I'm pulling out of the bag is actually a pretty cool item. So I am not sure if this is a little bit older or not, but it's a denim jacket. Let's see, it's gigantic. Okay, so it's got, I don't even know if this is a pleather collar or leather or what, but here's the jacket. All right, so that on the front there, if you can read that, says Giants because this is a New York Giants jacket, and that is embroidery. And if my dad is watching, do you want this? I know you're excited for it. So the company that made this is Pro Elite. So, so we'll see. The color, it just says that it's 100% cotton. And I guess it's not leather because you can machine wash this. So that's okay. It works out pretty decently for me. I think I paid like $5 for this jacket is what it came out to. It's hard to tell. I know that my total for everything that I got in the cheap half of the store was $27. So I didn't really get prices as they went, and you don't get receipts so much either. But this jacket I thought was pretty cool. I haven't looked it up at all yet. It's certainly gonna get me more than $5. Oh, so much sadness. I just noticed that the E in New York is a little messed up. Anyway, but it's really cool. So I'm certainly gonna get more than $5. It's a size extra large, which is also nice. So we'll see. I'll research it and put it up there. Always a sure bet for the standard $20, but I would hope for more like 40, 50 would be nice. Let's see. This is one of the things that I probably wouldn't have bothered getting. It's a dress. It's like cute little like sweatshirty kind of dress, That's the top. It's got this like raw edge, not raw edge, but you know, thing there. Just a very basic shape dress, no big deal. It does have pockets. Wait, no, yeah, no. I lied. It does not have pockets. This dress is garbage. It is made by Philosophy Republic Clothing. So I thought that I had heard the name brand Philosophy before, and I'm sure I have, but there's another more expensive name brand out there, Philosophy, and then some person's name after it. So that's not what this is. So this is going to be a basic piece. You know, maybe Poshmark or eBay for 15, 20 bucks. You know, I don't remember how much I paid for it, but we'll get there. Let's see. Another piece that I probably wouldn't have gotten if I wasn't trying to hit 25 items. But this is a dress that I have heard before. The brand is Horny Toad. And apparently I heard that with Nicole State, where else? When I saw the brand, I was like, I think Nicole State's mentioned that before. I'm not 100% sure. But then I was actually watching one of her videos today, and she did mention it again. And apparently this company has changed their name from Horny Toad to Jumping Frog, or I don't know what it was. They changed the name, according to a more recent video that she did. This is a size medium dress. It's apparently made in Turkey. It's basic. I mean, it feels nice. It's like a t-shirt kind of material, you know, swing dress. It's like army greenish kind of color. No bigs. It's got some, you know, interesting little, you know, oops. The bottom of this dress has got some sort of stitchy detail going on, but whatever. I mean, you know, it doesn't thrill me. It doesn't do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Then I picked up this piece. I mostly picked this up because it's a large size, and I thought it was a pretty fabric. And most of the time when I see large size clothing, it's crap, or it seems like it's crap. And this didn't seem like crap. So it does not have tags in it that I can find. It's a nice size though. It's got decent sized sleeves. It's a longer dress. It does have pockets, like for reals. See, pockets, 2 of them. I remember finding them in the store. I think it was 2. Yes. Yeah. So I thought it was pretty. And I think that there was just no tag whatsoever in this. The hem is interesting. I think somebody hemmed this. It's a little weird. Like, this is the hem inside. So this part here looks like it's what the hem would be, but then this is stitched here. So I don't know. I can't figure it out. Whatever. I don't need to. It's nicely done, so it's not problematic. Whatever. Anyway, large dress. I have no idea what to sell that thing for because, again, you know, 20 bucks is always a safe bet that I'll at least be able to do that. On eBay as best offer. This was also cheap. This is a Bob Mackie, and I don't usually pick up Bob Mackie. It's a size 2X. I don't pick it up a lot because it's one of those things, like, it's on the borderline of being awesome, but it doesn't always quite get there for me. So sometimes it's just that it's not, it's like got a lot of embellishment on the front, but nothing on the back, or it's just a little too cheesy or something. But this one was kind of nice. It's a denim shirt, which I think is often a popular style. It's got some flower embroidery on the sleeves, which is really pretty. Let's see if we can focus there. Maybe not. Okay, well, you'll be able to see the back. It's got more flowers on this sleeve, also pretty. And then the back on the yoke has a carnation as well. It's embroidered. It's nice. So, and the buttons are a little bit fancy. These gold M's that you can't see. There we go. So they're cute. I liked it. And again, I don't think Bob Mackie goes for a whole ton on eBay, but because it's a denim shirt, again, I feel like, you know, 20 bucks-ish is a safe bet. In case you can't tell, when I don't know how much I'm going to ask for something, I'm like, 20 bucks, you know, but that seems reasonable for most things. Okay. Oh, this one was cute too. I forgot about this. This is an Anthropology sweater. It's a size small. Guinevere is the brand. And it's cute. You know, it's like sort of cross-stitchy looking. The sleeves have some business going on there. The back does not. Always makes me sad, but it was cheap and it's a cute sweater. And Guinevere is a popular brand, so you know, at Anthropology. I liked it. And I'll probably do that, you know, somewhere between 20 and 30. This is a Lucky Brand sweatshirt. And, you know, sort of this Asian print design. So these are, the sweatpants of these do really wonderfully. Well, I'm going to back that up a little bit. They were doing really wonderfully on eBay. There are some that still get a lot of money on eBay. And then there are some that were fetching a higher price, but have sort of fallen a little bit. So I just recently had a pair of embroidered sort of Asian themed Lucky Brand sweatpants that I think I originally put up for like 60 bucks, which was a reasonable, you know, price point considering what they had been selling for and things. And I ended up 60 bucks or best offer, and I was getting nothing on them for a long time. And so they finally sold when I put them on auction while I was away. And I think they sold for 22 or 24 bucks, something like that. So I was happy because, again, I had paid, the most I paid for them was 10 bucks, but I don't remember if that's actually how much it was. I remember I found 2 pairs one day that were about 10 bucks each. That may have been one of them. So I still made a profit on it. You know, some of these jackets are sort of the same way. Some of them will go for great money, some of them not so much. So I just sold another Lucky Brand hoodie recently that had a really nice blueprint. And I want to say I sold that around 40, but I might be lying to you. I don't remember exactly. So this one, I don't know. But again, it was, you know, I didn't pay that much. I paid less than 5 bucks for this. So if I sold it for 20 or 25 bucks, that would be a nice return. And it's a cute sweatshirt. It is a small, it's an extra small. So this may be a Poshmark contender. Although I do have another, I have 2 Lucky Brand hoodies up on Poshmark right now that are just sort of sitting there. So if you are looking for a Lucky Brand hoodie, go see me on Poshmark. We'll figure it out. All right, let's see. There's a couple more things in the cheap half of the store bag. Oh yeah, this I picked up. I am familiar with this brand because I used to get the catalog for it. Sundance, which is, oh geez, you can't see. Not that you can't figure out what the word Sundance looks like, but you know. So Sundance is the Robert Redford company, and they make some really neat clothing, and they do some jewelry items and things. This is just a, you know, a long sleeve t-shirt. The back is plain. The front, this is all embroidered. So it's neat. I picked it up because I've seen them before, and this is the kind of stuff that I think it's nice, but it doesn't quite appeal to me enough to get excited about picking it up. But I know that Nicole State has also mentioned that she's done well with this brand too. And because I was familiar with it, I know that it's nice quality and it's expensive stuff. When I saw it, I was like, you know what, let me get it and we'll see what happens. Can't remember. Yeah, this is a size large too, which maybe will be helpful. It's a pretty shirt, so, and it's nice and soft. So, you know, see how that goes. Again, 20 to 30 bucks before researching. This last thing is really cool. Put my bag over here. I am not actually sure if this is a jacket or a dress. I'm just going to button 1 or 2 buttons so that it maybe stays together a little bit. It's not in perfect condition. There's some stitching that's like loose-ish. There's a button that's very dangly over here. But this is a fantastic vinyl. It is not that glaringly red in real life. It's like not that shiny. It's just like normal fake leather kind of shiny. But, you know, it buttons all the way down the front. I think it's like, it's really lightweight. It's not lined. It's one of those things that would be kind of too cool out. You know, it would not be warm enough as a coat. unless you just sweat yourself warm. And it would be too hot as a dress, so I'm not really sure yet what it is. We'll see. But this whole thing is, it's all got this stitching like this. I can't tell if I'm showing this to you guys, but anyway, whatever, you get the idea. That whole thing, and that continues on the back. The back, the stitching is a little bit funky. It's like got that kind of stuff going on here and there. Just a couple spots. So I don't know how much I want to ask for it. It's it's from the 60s because, I mean, I think, but it's got that look, but it's also got this made in British Crown Colony of Hong Kong, which was a 60s thing. It's just how they referred to it. So, and I think that it did not have any other kind of tags that I found. So it's neat. Again, it wasn't very expensive. Do not dry clean. That's what that says. It looks like there was something else here once, but they cut it off. So yeah, that's sad. It's all right though. So, you know, just nifty coat. And I mean, on the low end, I'm probably gonna ask like 30 or 40 for that. We'll see. So that was the cheap half of the store. We went over to the more expensive half of the store. Hey, Pam, sorry, took me a few minutes to look at the comments. We went over to the more expensive half of the store, and we actually didn't get to spend enough time in there because they closed at 5 o'clock on a Saturday, which was weird, but you know, whatever. But I got several. I feel like I missed something. Oh no, I remember I didn't get this. All right, so I got a few other things there that were pretty nifty. Actually, this might still be from the cheap half. I don't remember. I think I have my bags sort of like combined. That was definitely all cheap side. I think some of this is cheap side as well. This first thing is awesome. You guys will be jealous. Yes, I already tried these on. They don't fit me. We've got some vintage 80s or 90s green denim Levi's, and they are something. I don't know what they are. They don't have any sort of little numbery guy like 501s or whatever. I didn't look up this thing. They're like, there's this very long number here. I don't know if that means anything or not. The size on these is marked 9M, and they are made in the USA. So they're cool. I did try them on. They don't fit. It's so sad. And they've got like the tapered ankle, the kind like, do you remember trying to put your jeans on? You'd have to lay on your bed and like you had to like pop it over your ankle because over your heel of your foot because it was just tight enough that it didn't quite want to go. So that's what these have going on. So these are very awesome. I'm excited about posting these to probably Etsy because that's where I like to put that stuff. Maybe eBay. We'll see. But I thought those were really neat. I'm checking the pockets to see if there's anything cool in there. There's not. There's nothing in the pockets. So sad. Anyway, very cool for those. Then I have these, which I tried on, and these do fit, but I don't know if I care about how they look on me, so I don't know that I'm going to keep them. But they are some Joe Fresh jeans, and they still have their tag on them, and size 6. What's really cool about them is they're like a darker denim, but they've got this tuxedo sort of stripe down the front, and they're a wider leg. So I like them. I just... I'm going to look them up and see. Oh, that was the other thing too. So their original price point was $59, which is not really that high. So on the one hand, I was like, well, I should just sell them because they're new with tags, you know, and blah, blah, blah. But then when I looked it up, and it's not like it's not like it was $80 or anything like that I could sell them for. Well, I don't know. I don't know what I could sell them for. For all I know, these things are, you know, 3 years old and now everybody wants them. I don't think that that's the case. I mean, they're very cool. I like them. But we'll see. I'll look them up. And I'll probably try them on again and just see how I like them on me. But I'm looking for something a little more high-waisted. I've got a lot of low-waist stuff right now. And, you know, when you squat down or bend or whatever, your jeans ride down. And then they pull your underwear down with them. And then when you stand back up and you fix your jeans, which is super attractive, your underwear stays where it is. It's really annoying. So I'm looking for some jeans where maybe they will be a little bit more cooperative in that department. So this thing is just a pretty dress. I also did get this in the cheap side of the store. It is wool, so it's nice. Just a red wool sort of pencil skirt type of thing. So the front half has these buttons on the bottom half of the dress. And then in the back, the buttons are repeated on the top half and not on the bottom. There is no, whatever tag had been inside was removed. But let's see. There is a wool tag in here somewhere. And I can't remember. I'm sure that I've looked this up in the past to see sort of when they stopped using this or if this is still a prevalent thing. But I feel like that's usually more of like a 60s, 70s type of tag. But I can't remember if maybe it started in the 70s. So anyway, it's just a pretty dress. It was nice. And it wasn't very, like I said, again, under $5. And this one will go a little on the higher end. Probably could do around the $40 range on that, I think. So let's see. These are these? Oh, some of these are Lord's. I knew I was missing some stuff for him, I think. So he got some t-shirts there. This apparently, I think this guy's a singer, Papa Chubby. He knows who he is. New York City Blues. I have no idea who the guy is. So he got that. I think he's selling it. He's been putting some t-shirts up on eBay recently. And then he also got the Stax Records shirt from the Stax Museum, where, Dad, I think you said you've gone recently. So if you have and you're interested in a shirt, let us know. There's that. Oh, and then these I got. So I got these. Again, I've gotten a couple pair of these recently. And I had one listed on eBay, and I haven't sold it yet. They're St. John, and they're those knit sort of pants. I have not seen this tag before, and again, I haven't actually done any research on it. So the St. John pants that I found have the sort of block letters tag. This is the tag on these, and I see that side says St. John. I don't know what this side says. I haven't tried to research it or figure it out or anything yet. But again, these are those sort of knit pants, like a sweatery knit thing. And these are like a burgundy color. The ones I have up on eBay right now are red. These look a little tapered in the ankle, which isn't bad. I also have a pair of gray ones and some other color that I can't remember. And these are kind of, the ones that I have really just had the St. John tag in them and not much else. I think one had a size and maybe one had a content tag. And so I sort of made some assumptions on them based on their collective tags. And the solds on those are a little bit all over the place. Some do pretty well. So I can't remember what the other ones I had up on eBay for were. And I'm more confused now because I had stuff at regular prices and then I put everything on auction. So, but I think I had those, I want to say maybe I had them around $60 when I had them up. I had them on auction and they did not sell on auction. So I don't know, I'll put them back up again. But they were cheap. I picked them up to see what we could do with those. This I got, it's just kind of a cute, again, trying to get to 25 items. It's a cute little crochet sweater. The tag was nice. I like the shape of it. I sold something somewhat similar to this on Etsy for about $40. The one that I sold had little birds knit throughout it. It was really pretty, but I like this type of stuff. I like to wear this kind of stuff too. I probably won't. I mean, I probably will try it on. I don't know. I tend to try on most stuff that I get. Well, I did not get a whole lot of stuff in the expensive side of the store because like all of these things have been from the cheap side. It's a little cray-cray. Oh, this though. Forgot. All right, hold on. Let me see if I've got these other things. All right, I'll show you these first. Oh, I did get these. All right, Lord found these for me. And I think we found these on the expensive side of the store. I can't remember though. Levi's, they are 505s and they're 31.32. So very nice dark wash. They seem pretty pretty, I don't know if I mean, they seem new to me, and I hesitate to use that terminology, but they do. They're nice and stiff and sort of there is a little inspection sticker in there. It's got the tag is blank, which does not really mean anything that happens. They've got this thing on the inside of the pocket. I don't know if that has any kind of meaning whatsoever, but you know, we'll see. So Levi's are always popular, but also they have so many different lines that it's hard to know what the more profitable ones are. These are in really nice shape. I think we may have paid like $10 for these. So hopefully that will be worth my while. I have a pair of Levi's silver tab baggy jeans, which were supposed to be like, oh, a big thing. And it could have been that I just, you know, got on that ship a little bit too late, or I don't know how to market them. I don't know. So I had them up for ages with no bites whatsoever. So I had them on auction. Nothing happened. I think I just put them up on auction again. We'll see if anything happens with that. But those were, you know, 90s, the silver tabs, and they don't make them anymore. So people supposedly were looking for them. I only have 2 things left, but they're both pretty freaking awesome. One, I'll show you this. This is cute. Look at, it's the little popcorn things. Look at how cute it is, and it's a nice shape. It's got partial sticker still remaining on the back. So I'm gonna see what I can sell this for, probably on Etsy. I recently sold a pair of the Indian head ones on Facebook for $25 for the pair. So we'll see what this little guy goes for. I've seen him at least before. The Indian ones I had not seen before. So I priced a little high knowing that. This guy I've seen recently online, not in person. And I haven't seen tons of them, but we'll see what he can go for. So I think he was $1 or $2. I can't remember. So, you know, pretty much I'll be able to make a profit on him, even if he went for $10, and I could do that on Instagram probably. So that one was cute. And then my pièce de résistance, and I have no idea how to price this thing because I have not found any good comps for it. Harlem Globetrotters, right? And it's neat looking, little do. I bet you can guess what's coming, can't you? Pants. So awesome. They've got the stars down the leg. I mean, it's just fantastic. And then the stars are also on the back of a leg. And the back is, oh, it's got some stars up top. It's just cool. Really neat. It's a size 2X and it's platinum FUBU. So from what I had looked up online, FUBU, which is like a streetwear clothing company, they made some, it doesn't want to focus, but that's okay. They made some stuff for Harlem Globetrotters. Hi, oh my gosh, I do love jumpsuits. It's true, Pam. I get really excited by them. I don't know why. So I think they're cool. I think they're really annoying to wear when you have to go to the bathroom. So I don't know why I get so excited about them. Anyway, but this was really cool. We paid $20. I paid $20 for this. I say I paid, really Lord paid for it. He gave me money because this place is cash only and I had no cash. So, oh, it says Gator on the something. I don't know where that is. Sleeve, side, front. Gator. I'm gonna have to look that up and see if that has any kind of significance. Number 11, I think. Whatever, we'll see. We paid $20 for it. So I would like to be able to sell it for at least 40. I mean, obviously I would like to sell it for like 80 or 200 or 4,000. It's probably not going to happen. So those are our hauls from ROPA USADA. It's a neat place, but I do find it to be pretty pricey. So, you know, finding things at the $10 and $20 price point are not uncommon. The cheap side of the store, so the cheap side is clothing, and then the expensive side has select clothing, but that's also where they have the hard goods and linens and stuff like that. I did find a Pyrex bowl there, but they wanted $15 for it, and I could probably only sell it for 25, and I just didn't want to put the money out for it. I was so disappointed because I found the lid to a Catherine Home pot. It was probably about this big, but I couldn't find a pot, just the lid. So I didn't get it. They had it mismatched with a frying pan, but you know, and they had some neat mugs, but I didn't get them because I kind of, after doing all of my mass shipping when I came home from vacation, you know, clothing is just so much easier. And I'm probably not going to stop selling hard goods, but I want to limit it to the stuff I'm really excited about. You know, even today I had to ship out a metal tray, which I love. It's beautiful, but it's a, you know, it was kind of a pain to do. And I had to ship out a purse, and even the purse, I feel like I have to sort of protect it and put, you know, so it's just, it makes my shipping tedious. So unless I really am excited about it, I don't want to bother. But you know, it was a neat store. So the clothing stuff was fun. For the rest of today, I'm going to go and try and do my inventory. My inventory, it's so awful. I'm going to try really hard not to have to do inventory too frequently. I decided to do it because after not listing things, but selling a bunch of stuff, my inventory bins were on the emptier side. And with my eBay store, because I had deactivated all of these listings and then relisted them as auctions, all of the deactivated stuff is just considered unsold. And then if the auction didn't sell, that's a second unsold listing. So, you know, I'm accustomed to something ending and I just relist it. And I didn't want to screw myself up by relisting things that, like, maybe I took down the buy it now, but then when I relisted it as an auction and it sold, I didn't want to like accidentally reactivate the original listing. And right now I'm still at the point where I'm pretty good with stuff. I don't think I would do that because even though between my Etsy and eBay stores, I had almost 800 pieces listed, I pretty much know what they all are, you know, so I'm confident that I wouldn't relist something accidentally. Like slips get a little dicey, but I have so many slips that are just not posted and I have to get them up. But let me see. Oh, thank you, Pam. Pam said I find the coolest clothes and that she's getting her hard goods ready to list. And then she wants to look for clothes. Clothes are, I like clothes a lot. Hard goods are easier to photograph and list, I think. But clothes, I just enjoy the clothes a lot. I mean, I enjoy all of it. It's fun. But they're definitely easier to ship. So, and they give you a little more flexibility on eBay too, I think, if you decide you want to play around with free shipping, which I haven't been doing lately. But anyway, so all of my eBay listings, I figured I would go through and do my inventory. What was happening was I would have a couple of items where they were stored in my inventory boxes but not documented properly. So when something sold, I write in the listing where it's stored, and my listing didn't have anything written in it. So I would start looking around in all of my other places to see where this thing was, and then eventually I wouldn't be able to find it, and then I would start going through the bins, my bins, not Goodwill outlet bins, and you know, I would eventually find it in there. And that's happened to me a couple of times. So I figured it's a good opportunity to go through and make sure that I have everything listed. I was able to find a report for my Etsy listings. Etsy does not give you something printable where you could just print out a report of all your listings. And because I had like 450 items, I didn't want to manually do that myself. So there is a site called Etsy Rank, and it's supposed to help you evaluate your listings for better search results. Are you using all of your tags? Do you have spelling errors? Are you using all your photos? Are you using good keywords? Things like that. So I definitely want to go back and play around with that site for those things as well. But it also gave me a report that I was able to download. And it was a little bit annoying because it allows you to export it for Excel. I have a Macintosh, so I don't know if it's because I have a Mac or because this is just what it does, but it gives you what they call a comma separated variables. So it's a text file with just words and, you know, but I was able to convert it through Google Sheets. So that was very cool. I did have to Google how to convert it through Google Sheets, but I was able to do it. And I only knew that it could be done because of my previous corporate world experience. I knew what the CSV file was. So thank goodness. Anyway, I printed that report out and it's 11 pages. And it's not only 11 pages, but it is 11 pages. I'm going to show it to you because it can torture. Look at how tiny, 11 pages of this. So while my initial plan was to go through this, the problem that I have with it is something's the title, Vintage Beaded Evening Bag, Sequined Purse, Formal Occasion Purse, New Year's Eve Clutch Kiss Lock Closure. Without seeing a photo, I don't know what that is. So then I had to go back to the Etsy listing and start typing exactly that because you know how many stupid vintage purses I have, you know, whatever. So it was annoying. So what I started doing was I would go into the bin, I would find, you know, take bin number 10, pick up the first thing. I happen to know, is it eBay or Etsy? I already pretty much know where it's listed. And I would just find that item on Etsy, see what I had it listed as, box number 10, make sure that it was listed as box number 10 on this, you know, in my spreadsheet on my computer, and just go through and do this double checking thing. So I was doing this last night. I got through 2 out of 18 bins. It's torture. But I feel like it's an important thing to do because while I was doing that, I did find one item. I had skipped over one item, and I had one I think that I didn't have documented. So, you know, it's a good thing to do. I just don't want to ever do it again. So let's see how that goes. This is a time where I wonder, like I basically just put stuff in a bin. I put a bunch of stuff in bin number 10, and then I write it in the listing. This is a pink dress with blue flowers and blah, 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 blah. Inventory box 10. And that's how I write my listings. So when it sells, I go to box 10 and get it. Other people keep a running spreadsheet, and that's how they tally their inventory. And I think that the Nicole State does something where she has like numbers within each box. So box 10 can hold 50 items. So she has a spreadsheet with, you know, numbers 1 through 50, and she assigns those numbers to, you know, I listed this shirt and it's, you know, item number 1 in box number 10. And then when that sells, she takes it out of the spreadsheet. So now there's a blank space and she knows she can reassign it again. I think that that's what they do, just from what I've watched of Joe doing his shipping. And that seems like a little high maintenance for me and what I've got going on right now. So I don't know. But I feel like inventory was not something I used to have to do. I didn't have to have a system. I just knew where stuff was. And when it got to a point where I no longer knew where stuff was, I sort of needed something. So I used Crystal's system. She's Thrift and Flip on YouTube. And she has a great video for a really simple inventory system. And her system does use the spreadsheet, but it's just, I saw what she did and I knew that I didn't need the spreadsheet aspect of it. I just modified what she was doing to suit my own purposes, and that's been working well. But I think that sort of the bigger you get, you know, the more you need to tweak some of what you're doing. So I may need to change it up a little bit soon. I'm not sure. What I like about what Nicole State does is, you know, so she's got the spreadsheet thing, but the other thing that they do is they keep their clothing in like a plastic baggie, which I do as well. And they write on the baggie, they're like item number 31, and then they'll write what it is, like J. Crew sweater. And then they put it in their bin. So I think even if I didn't keep a spreadsheet, I could still do that somehow. I could sort of do it with like a you know, a non-spreadsheet system. I don't know. Sorry, I'm thinking while I'm like, you guys don't need to watch me think, right? Because it's not exciting from in here. So, you know. Anyway, but that was it. So I'm gonna try and get through. I was trying to get through all of my inventory today. It is 5 o'clock, And I don't see that happening, but I'm going to give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. And I also want to see if I can get some items listed today. Again, I tend to get overly ambitious in the morning. I had a really hard time motivating myself today. And I have to say that one of the things that ultimately sort of helped me feel a little bit more worky and a little bit less slacky. I was doing my shipping and I didn't want to do it. And I was like, I got to get this stuff out. And, I'd screwed up some guy's order. So I had to get out another box for him. And I just didn't want to do any of it. And when I was all done, I was like, all right, I got to go to the post office and, and I was at the point where I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll run over to the Goodwill or this other Salvation Army that I haven't been to since before vacation. And, I told myself I wasn't going to source this week. At least I'm going to go another week without doing it because I've got so much stuff I have to, it's a lot. I have a lot of stuff I have to manage and I really have to make my space manageable. And I can't do that because I have too much stuff. So it's like a cycle, but that's the part that I enjoy. That's kind of my release. And I've been trying to get myself back on track with what I'm eating and I'm trying to be good in all of these ways. And I was trying to justify and say, well, you need to do something that's fun. But then, I was thinking about my dad had said something to me about my business. And he's like, it seems like this is something that you're really going to be able to do. You like to do this as a full-time job. And it was encouraging. And then I had a couple of people from my Facebook group made some mentions to me about, just people who I post results for stuff, which I do to motivate myself. And I do it because I feel like there are some other people when you're watching. I love watching Nicole State's videos. You guys know because I mention her name way too much, but the woman does $10,000 a month. I mean, it's so far out of my league that I'm just not there. And I'd like to think that I could get there one day, but it's an alternate universe for me. And so sometimes I feel like watching other people like that, it can be inspiring, but it can also just seem like something like, well, I could never do that. That's really another level. That's not where I'm at. And I feel like for some people, I am a more realistic level for them. I'm somebody that they can look at and go, okay, well, maybe I can do that. And so getting some feedback from people who think that my sales numbers are great is amazing, or people who, tell me that I inspire them to get things done, which is not how I feel most of the time. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm just talking out of my ass. And, so that's what motivated me today. I want to live up to some of those expectations. And sometimes it's really hard because I try to live up to expectations for myself, but that doesn't always do it for you every day. So you have to try to go with what works. So I think I'm going to try and do that, write down some things that have helped to motivate me on different days. And when I'm not feeling particularly energized, look back to some of those things and try and use that. So with that, I'm going to go and do my inventory and maybe get a couple of things listed today. I just want to get back in the game. So I hope that you guys have a great afternoon. Thank you, Pam, for joining our live version, and thank you for anybody who watches after the fact. And share it with all your friends and tell everybody to watch the crazy chick talk about selling clothes on eBay. All right.